Ladies and gentlemen, in just a few moments, we will start ice dance, rhythm dance. Please stay with us.
女士们、先生们，我们即将进行的比赛项目是比武韵律，敬请期待。
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the ISU representative, Ms. Maria Teresa Samaranch.
女士们、先生们，让我们欢迎国际华联代表玛利亚·克里莎·萨法兰奇女士。
It is our pleasure to introduce the officials for this event.
现在为你介绍本场比赛裁判员及官员。
The referee representing the ISU.
裁判长来自国际华联。
Christopher Buchanan. The panel of judges representing the ISU.
裁判员来自国际华联。
Judge number 1.
1号裁判。
David Munoz. Judge number 2.
2号裁判。
Kathleen Mouton. Judge number 3.
3号裁判。
Mark Storton. Judge number 4.
4号裁判。
Nadia Shevchenskaya. Judge number 5.
5号裁判。
Nicholas Russell. Judge number 6.
6号裁判。
Andrea Hanan. Judge number 7.
7号裁判。
Kobayashi Akiko. Judge number 8.
8号裁判杨宽。
Judge number 9.
9号裁判。
Teresa Binsmoser. The technical panel, also representing the ISU.
技术组来自国际华联。
Technical controller,
技术监督
David Molina. Technical specialist,
技术专家
Monica McDonald. Francesca Fermi.
Welcome along to Shanghai in China. You join us in the magnificent Oriental Sports Center here for day 2 of the ISU Four Continents Championships for 2024. Today, we've got the first medals will be decided in the women's competition, the women's free coming up a little bit later on. But we start the action today with the rhythm dance. We've got 16 couples split into 4 groups over the afternoon. Ice resurface scheduled at the halfway point. So if you missed the action from yesterday, what an opening day we had. Some sensational performances. We had the short program for the women, men and the pairs. And the situation in the women's event, it's Monu Chiba for Japan leading there. Chaeyoon Kim for Korea in second, and Ava Maria Ziegler for the USA in brilliant form this season in third place. In the men's, Yuma Kageyama was just sensational, got over 100 points. He leads over Shun Sato, his teammate, and Chunwon Cha for Korea in third. And in the pairs, the unbelievable Diana Stellato Dudek and Maxime Deschamps for Canada leading ahead of the world champions Riko Miura and Ryoshi Kihara of Japan. Of course, they're fighting their way back from injury this season. So, that's what we've had. There's the panel of judges that will be responsible for this rhythm dance. The atmosphere building all the time. Such a pity there's not more people in the stadium to support the athletes. It does make such a difference. It's going to be very tough for them. You can see the few people there are. Well, there's a few more making their way into the arena now, but it's still pretty sparse, it has to be said. Almost ready to get underway with the first group of 4 for this rhythm dance. So there they are, the teams in warm-up group number 1, ready to come out onto the ice. You've got teams from Brazil, Japan, and China. 2 Japanese teams in this opening group. So to get us underway, Natalia Palou-Neves and Jayan Penasar. I'll get us first to go from Japan, Azusa Tanaka and Shingo Nishiyama. Then representing China, Shang Ji and Nan Wu. Last to go from Japan, Yutana Yoshida and Masaya Morita. So their confirmation of how they'll go. Yeah, I think there's more officials in the arena than there are spectators. Such a shame. So a huge moment for this team, the first time for them in any ISU championships. They were bronze medalists as juniors a couple of years ago in the national championships. Finished 15th in the golden spin this year, 12th in the Bosphorus Cup. Best result for them this season was in the Swiss Ice Skating Open in Lausanne, where they finished in 7th place. Good to see a beaming smile there from Natalia Palou-Neves and Jayan Penasar for Brazil. So second to go, Azusa Tanaka and Shingo Nishiyama. They are the runners-up in the Japanese National Championships this year. Haven't been together long, teamed up last year. And haven't got an awful lot of competitive experience competing internationally, that's for sure. Competed in the golden spin prior to this Four Continents Championships, where they finished in 9th place.
赛的团队包括2届世锦赛的银牌得主。各位观众，欢迎日本冰壶组合田中紫砂和西山真
Looking
图。
good out there. Music from the Mario brothers for them. It's a great rhythm for this rhythm dance. Music of the 80s, so should be a lot of fun this afternoon. So they'll be followed by another new partnership. This is the team from China, Shanghai and Nanwu. 9th in the Cup of China, they were. And they finished 12th in the Budapest Trophy
各位观众，您看到的这对
this
冰壶组
season.
合在2020年的全国比赛中获得过第5名，并在
They've got a bit of Michael Jackson scheduled for
他们
us.
首次亮相是在重庆举行的中国杯上。各位观众，欢迎中国冰壶组合时尚湖南。
And last to go, the team that finished in 3rd place in Japanese Nationals this year. This is Yutano Yoshida and Masaya Morita. First time for them together, big moment for them. Finished in 5th place in the Golden Spin this year, which was pretty good.
各位观众，您看到的这对冰壶组合曾分别参加过国际滑联的世青赛，但这一次他们将作为日本冰壶全国铜牌得主，首次参加4马中型。各位观众，欢迎日本冰壶组合吉田美菜和森田真沙也。
Sister did so well in the European Championships a month ago, finished in 3rd place. Interesting choice of music for them. Real Wild Child. Bit of Wild Thing as well.
There's 1 minute remaining in the warm-up.
So into the final minute. 5 elements in this rhythm dance. So things to look out for. We've got a choreographic rhythm sequence as part of the Silver Samba. So watch out for that. There'll be 1 short lift. Can't be more than 7 seconds. Step sequence. The skater's not allowed to touch on that. It can be either straight down the long axis of the rink or diagonally across the rink. Of course, there's those set of twizzles to watch out for as well. And the pattern dance step sequence. So as with all the events here at CD Draw, the potential medalists in this going in the final group, the likes of Piper Gillis, Paul Poirier, bronze medalists in the World Championships, they'll be second to last to go, and Laurence Fournier-Boudret, Nikolai Sorensen for Canada. Runners up last year, a couple that finished in 5th in the Worlds. They'll be last to go, so we've got lots to look forward to. So to get us underway, the team from Brazil, debuting here at the Four Continents Championships. We wish them all the very best of luck. Natalia Paluneves and JN Panazar. Music from NXS.
All you've got is this moment. 21st century's yesterday. So slide in, baby, and give me a moment. Your moves are so raw. I've got to let you know. I've got to let you know. You're one of my kind.
Well, that set the tone nicely. Fabulous start to this rhythm dance. Well done, Natalia and Jain. Should be thrilled with that.
Representing Brazil,
巴西组合，
Natalia Pavlovich and Jain Pansar.
So these two have a bit of a British connection. They train in London and in Aston in the USA, coached by Penny Coombs and Nick Buckland, and Karen Quinn and Alan Abretti as well. I think they'd be really, really pleased with that.
How was that?
There's Nick greeting them at the door. Yeah, right from the off, they look very confident. Didn't seem to be any nerves there at all. Really super character all the way through. Started off with that choreographic element. There's those twizzles. Free leg extended, nice and quick through the turns. Unison between them, very, very good indeed. She's been awarded a 4 for that. He gets a level 3. Here's the rotational lift, their last element. Remember, they mustn't do more than 7 seconds on that. And looked to me to be within the time limit. Yeah, they couldn't have given it any more, that's for sure. So this team debuting at the Four Continents Championships. Best score for them in the rhythm dance was a 54.6, which they got in the golden spin in Zagreb this season, where they finished in 15th place. Can they beat that here?
Natalia Pavlovich and Jain Pansar.
So 50.59, not too bad.
For their rhythm dance.
巴西组合帕鲁埃维斯杰伊阿里萨，运动员分别50.59分。
Our next skaters represent Japan.
So we've got 2 teams from Japan in this opening group. On the ice now, the silver medalists from the Japanese National Championships this year. Here's getting to music from the Mario brothers. This should be fun. Azusa Tanaka and Shingo Nishiyama. Really good speed across the ice on the twizzles. Pattern dance sequence looked good as well. It's got a lovely deep knee bend. Yeah, that was fun, and I think they nailed it. So much speed on that rotational lift at the end of the program.
Representing Japan,
日本组合
Tanaka Azusa and Nishiyama Shingo.
So Azusa and Shingo there, really interpreting the music well. It was a difficult choice, I would say. But with the costumes and the choreography came across very, very well. These two training in Montreal with Roman Hagenauer, Marie-France and Patrice and the team there. Of course, the World Championships will be in Montreal next month. Yeah, they look really, really pleased. Remy greeting them at the door. He's got amazing facial expressions, so much personality. But I thought the quality of what they did was very, very good indeed. Obviously, the elements are going to get technically more demanding as the quality of skating increases through the event, but it's important to go out there and do what you can to the best of your ability. This was a polished performance. Difficult position on the twizzles, both of them getting level 4s in this set. Rotating lift, level 4 for this as well. Really good footwork through that, enabling the rotation to be very, very quick indeed. Well, it's super, isn't it? Because not only do they project out into the arena, but there's a great chemistry between them, which is so important in ice dance. So their best score is 61.86. They got that in the golden spin this season. It's a new team, this. They don't have a lot of experience. They finished 9th in the golden spin, which was a very, very good start for them. Can they possibly be in the 60s here? Love to beat that 61.86 if they possibly can. Certainly they're going to go into the lead, but by how much? Yeah, 62.09. Very, very good.
A new season's best. They're currently in first place.
日本组合田中紫砂、西山真虎运动员分为62.09分刷新赛季最高成绩，目前在第一位。
So on the ice now, team from China. This is Shang-Shi and Nan Wu. 20 and 32 years of age, respectively. Their music for this rhythm dance from Michael Jackson. edges through the pattern dance. Yeah, some really good choreography in that. A big piece of music to interpret, that's for sure.
Representing People's Republic of China.
中国组合时尚牡丹。
That's Shang-Chi and Nan Wu debuting here at the Four Continents Championships. Yeah, the danger with picking a piece of music like that is you've got to be so sharp. Just think back to how Michael Jackson used to dance to that. And every movement needs to be so crisp. So you know, as they gain in experience, they're going to learn so much from competing at events like this, alongside the likes of Caroline Green and Michael Parsons, the champions from 2022, who will start the final group. There they are doing the twizzles. Look good to me there, but I think both of them getting a level 3. Technical panel just taking another look at that. Some interesting pieces of choreography. Yeah, for me, don't know how you felt about it, but particularly in the first and last section where they were interpreting the music to Thriller, I just felt they needed to be sharper. Really good on the lifts. A fabulous balance point that. The transitions between the moves, very good indeed. So these two chasing that 62.09 from Azusa and Shingo. I don't think they're going to get close to that. But could they get close to a personal best? 56.14 they got in the Budapest Trophy, where they finished in 12th place. And to put it into perspective, they've only done a couple of international competitions. So this is very much a work in progress. I feel like they've really got to work on those components. Skating skills, so many drills that you can do, and they'll know it. So keeping us waiting a little bit here.
The scores, please.
So scores are in now. Here we go.
Shushan and Lunan have
So yeah, not bad. Close to their season's best, or their personal best score, 55.11. They go into second place, in behind Azusa and Shingo. I think they'll take that.
Our next skaters represent Japan.
接下来登场的是日本。
Well, it's a team from Japan leading at the moment. Last to go in this opening group, a team both 20 years of age. This could be wild, this one. Yutana Yoshida and Masaya Morita. The team debuting at the Four Continents Championships.
I'm a real wild one, wild one, wild one, wild one.
Oh, what a start! Love the edge quality through the diagonal step. Yeah, loads of speed on the twizzles. Wow, an electrifying performance. Really enjoyed that. Yeah, they nailed it. Fantastic stuff.
Representing Japan,
日本组合
Yoshida Utana and Morita Masaya.
So Yoshida, Masaya Morita of Japan. Remember, these two finished with the bronze medal in the Japanese national championships. They finished behind Azusa and Shingo, who lead at the moment. Could that be enough to put them into the lead? To be honest, I think it's as good as anything we've seen so far. They were really on fire, weren't they, when they started? Masaya, electrifying right from the off. So much fun. Really good choice of music for them. And you just sense the enjoyment. Both 20 years of age. Real quality to everything they did. Here's that right outside twizzle there. That's a tricky one. Looking down, the technical panel have given them 4s for their set of twizzles. Difficult positions, even on that right forward inside the last set there. Really great transitions through the lift. A super balance point from him in the cantilever spread as well. Yeah, I think this was a great example of taking a theme and running with it. And they kept in character all the way through. What a fantastic job. Kathy Reed sat alongside. She must be thrilled with that. Well, I loved it. Let's hope the judging panel did too. 62.88 is their best score. Got that in the golden spin, where they finished in 5th place. Can they leapfrog over their teammates? 62.86, yes they can. They go into the lead, not by much.
日本组合体检备赛自铁圈下第六名得为62.86
You can see there's
分。
not much in it, but they lead. So we're a quarter of the way through. this rhythm dance. We've got 3 more groups to go. That's how they stand after the opening group. It's a Japan 1-2. Kitana and Masaya leading as we move on to group number 2. And there they are. A couple of teams from China, another Japanese team, and a team from Australia there too as well.
Let's welcome Group 2 of ice dancers to the ice.
欢迎第2组运动员入场。
They're the Australians who will be last to skate.
Representing the People's Republic of China.
So to get us underway, the team from China, Shizi Chen and Jiang Xing.
Representing the People's Republic of China.
中国组合李寻崇、王启
And following them, another team from China, Zongtong Li and Xingkang Wang.
组合
Komatsubara Misato and Tim Coleto.
And we've seen them plenty of times before. Misato Komatsubara and Tim Colito from Japan.
Indianete and Aaron Westwood.
Indianete and Aaron Westwood last to go for Australia. Here they go, off on their 5-minute warm-up.
进行5分钟热身。
Both these skaters are from Harbin and until recently competed
So
on the ISU
first to go,
Junior Grand Prix
it'll be
Series. They are former
Zizi
national
and
junior
Ji
champions
Nang.
and have competed at both the
These
World
two
Junior
competed in the World
Championships
Championships last year, where they finished in
World
25th
Championships.
place. They
Let's welcome from
competed in Junior Worlds as well back in 2019. They've got a fair bit of experience.
您现在
This
看到的
team
这个中国组合
participated
来自
in
哈尔滨
the
最近
Cup
参
of
加
China
了
this year as well, where they finished in 8th place. Best result for them this season
并参加过世青赛和
was
上
a 5th place finish in the Santa Claus Cup in Budapest, also in the Shanghai Trophy as well. They finished in 5th place there too.
She is a high school student who turns 18 in a
They'll
couple of
be
weeks, while he
followed
just
by
turned
a
21
team
months ago.
that finished 22nd in the Junior World Championships this year. This is a big moment for them, really making a debut here as seniors, and we wish them all the very best. So debuting here,
您看到的这个
competed in a couple of junior Grand Prix this season, were 9th in Osaka and finished in 10th place in Linz in Austria.
比赛中，他们斩获了冰舞的冠军，而本次比赛是他们第一次参加。
Never got over 50 points
中国
in the rhythm
组合
dance,
李寻
so
崇、
that really got to be a goal for them here. And they're the most experienced team in this second group, a team that are competing at the Four Continents Championships for the 5th time. They were 7th last year, competed in the World Championships a couple of times, where they finished 19th back in 2021. Competed in the Olympics as well, where they were 22nd.
您看到的这对
Just one Grand Prix appearance for them this season, the NHK Trophy in Osaka, where they finished in 9th place.
这是他们第5次参加国际滑联
These
四大
two
洲锦标赛，一年
got married to each other back in 2017.
日本名模组合小松
And
原
Tim
小松
now
原美、小松原尊。
Japanese citizen. Yeah, no prizes for guessing what they're skating to. Bit of Ghostbusters, eh? And last to go in this group, the champions of Australia last year. This is the 3rd time they've competed in the Four Continents Championships. 10th was their best result a couple of years ago. They were 11th last year. This is Indianete and Aaron Westwood.
这对组合是
Aaron, born in London in Great Britain,
参加国际滑联四大洲锦标赛，
used
在1
to
年前他获得了四大洲的第11。
travel the globe
欢迎澳大利亚名模组合
for their training
印第安
purposes,
埃隆
working with Scott Moyer, Adrian Dias. Madison Hubble in the team as well. India, born in Adelaide. Another team that have never made it over 50 points in the rhythm dance, so that's really a target for them here. Just looking ahead, we've got an ice resurface after this group. Then things really start to hot up. Holly Harris and Jason Chan for Australia will lead us in the penultimate group. Canadians in action there, Mary Jade Laurent and Roma Legac, team that finished in 6th place last year. And then looking to the final group, Piper Gillis and Paul Poirier, the runners-up from 2020, bronze medalists in the World Championships. They'll be 3rd to go in the final group. Team that finished in 4th place last year, Christina Carrera and Antony Ponomarenko. They'll be 2nd to go, and the champions from 2022 will lead us off, Caroline Green and Michael Parsons from the USA. So all that to look forward to over the next hour and a half or so. And looking even further ahead, we've got the first medals of these championships going to be decided later on. We've got the women's free coming up. Just to remind you, Moni Chiba for Japan leading there, Jaein Kim for Korea in 2nd place, and Eva Marie Ziegler for the USA in 3rd. The Japanese team doing so well. 3 of the Japanese women in the top 5. Amazing stuff, and in every aspect of this event, they're doing so well.
Our next skaters represent the People's Republic of China.
Well, they've competed in ISU championships before, competed in the Junior Worlds, competed in the Senior Worlds, but never the 4 Continents Championships. We wish them well here. Zizi Shan and Jiang Xing for China. Cool in the Gang, the music. Out of sync on the first set of twizzles. Got it back together again though.
How you gonna do it if you really don't wanna dance? By standing on the wall. Get your back up on the wall. Tell me, how you gonna do it if you really don't wanna dance? By standing on the wall. Get your back up on the wall. 'Cause I heard all the people saying, get down on it. Come on and get down on it. If you really want it, get down on it. You gotta feel it.
Got some really good interpretation there from this team from China.
Representing People's Republic of China.
中国组合陈希子、辛佳宁。
Zizi Chen, Jining Zing. The team, both 22 years of age, and both from Harbin in China. So one of the things that strikes me looking at that performance is that the part of the rules here are that the dance should not be skated in the style of a free dance. Was that skated in the style of a free dance? I think it probably was. Couple must use dance movements and dance holds to interpret the chosen music from the decade. Yeah, if you compare that to what we've seen so far, I think more of a traditional style, perhaps a little bit safe. We'll have to see what the judges think about it. On paper, these two can contest for the lead. Good quality on the turns. Got to work on the depth of the edges. You can see really getting down into the ice, particularly in that midline step sequence. Both getting level ones there. They've just got to look at how they can possibly get the levels up. So chasing that 62.86. It'll be a personal best if they get that. Personally, I don't think it's the best we've seen so far. 61.1, they go into third place in behind the two Japanese teams. Think that's fair?
中国组合陈希子、辛佳宁约6.6分美，61.10分，目前暂列第3位。
Our next skaters represent People's Republic of China.
So the last of the Chinese teams that we're going to see here in this rhythm dance, team that train in Beijing and again debuting at the Four Continents Championships. Just a young team. She's only 16. He's 20 years of age. They've competed in the World Junior Championships, but this their first appearance at a senior event. Wish them well. Zhang Tong Li and Jinkang Wang. Let's dance, David Bowie. She did well there, a little bit off balance on that second set of twizzles. And again there, a little bit of a bobble. Super way to finish. Really good choice of music. Another one bites the dust, of course, from Queen at the end there.
李宣彤、汪新康。
So, Zhang Tong and Ji Kang. Remember making the transition from junior to senior, and I've got to be honest, there were moments in that for me still looked very junior. And I think one of the elements, the choreographic element, which is part of the Silver Samba, really does sort out the men from the boys, and your basic ice dance quality, your skating skills really are on display in that part of this rhythm dance. And yeah, I'm really pleased that the ISU still have some concept of the traditional dances incorporated into the rhythm dance, although it's getting less and less every year. But it's good to see that that's still part of the requirements. And I think for these two, that's probably the weakest part. So yeah, looking down, 4 of the 5 elements are getting negative grade of execution. You could see through the twizzles there was a couple of bobbles there. They're not real quality through the midline step sequence either. This for me the highlight of the program, the lift at the end, and just looking down, yeah, that's the only element that gets a positive GOE from the judges as well. I wholeheartedly agree with that. But of course, it's all about experience for this young team. Remember, she's only 16 years of age, so don't forget that. Getting closer. Yeah, their personal best score, 49.24. Got that in the Junior Grand Prix in Osaka. They finished in 9th place. I don't honestly think they're going to get any more than that. And remember, the bottom score at the moment is 50.59. So if I'm reading this right, I think they're going to be at the bottom of the pile. But they will have gained so much experience, that's for sure. Just a reminder, it's Altana and Masaya from Japan leading their teammates in 2nd place. Japan 1-2 at the moment. So the scores are in. Yeah, 46-48. Don't think they can argue with that, really. It is 6th place of the 6 that we've had so
中国获得
far.
李宣彤、王新康约6秒的美46.48分，目前在列第6。
Our next skaters represent Japan.
接下来登场的是日本。
So now to a team that are the Japanese national champions. They've got a wealth of experience, finished in 7th place in the 4 continents last year. This is Misato Komatsubara and Tim Coletto. Yeah, really good ice coverage through that diagonal step. Using the width of the rink as well. Such deep edges. Yeah, that was brilliant. Really enjoyed it. Misato Komatsubura and Tim Coletto at their very best. Don't think I've seen them skate a better rhythm dance than that.
Komatsubara Misato and Tim Coletto.
Well, they took the theme and they ran with it. You've got to give them credit for that. Looking down, the judges giving them thumbs up in every single element there. Yeah, I thought that was a lot of fun and technically quite demanding. Yeah, their quality of skating has got better and better. Working in Montreal with the best coaches around at the moment, and of course skating with the top teams in the world as well. That does help you to raise your game, and that looks exactly what's happening with this team.
If it's something weird and it don't look good, who you gonna call?
Yeah, so much thought gone into this. Gotta say, I thought they started off so well. The level's not too high, but the grade of execution, very, very good on that diagonal step. That's the twizzle there, both getting level 4s on that. And again, nearly 2 points up on the grade of execution. And that's where these two will do really, really well, because the quality of what they did was so good. You see, grabbing the skate there, that helps them get the lift up. They level up on the lift. They got a level 4 on that. And the quality of the transitions in and out, the way they incorporated it into the program, so smooth. Yeah, husband and wife team. Yeah, when I was looking at the music choices as well, I'm thinking Ghostbusters, True by Spandau Ballet, does that go together? But in fact, it worked really well. Yeah, so good. So their best score this season, 64.12. They've been close to 70, 68.88. Can they get a personal best here? Oh, yes! 71.29. That is a very, very good score indeed. And I've got to say, I think they deserved that. It was the best I've seen them skate. And look at that. Japan 1, 2, 3 at this stage. Almost at the halfway point. Fabulous.
Our next skaters represent Australia.
接下来的场是澳大利亚组合。
Indian Eddie and Aaron.
So last to go in this second group before the ice resurface, we've got the national champions from Australia from last year. Team competing in the 4 continents for the 3rd time. This is India Net and Erin Westwood. Well, tough for these two to follow the performance of Misato and Tim. Obviously, different horizons for this team. They've never got more than 50 points before.
Indian Eddie and Aaron Westwood.
Possibly stand a chance with that performance. Couldn't see any errors. Just looking through. Just got to work on the speed across the ice, the depth of the edge. And they've got a good coaching team around them. Scott Moyer, Adrian Dias, Madison Hubble in the team as well. There's Scott greeting them at the door. I think he's pleased with that. So no errors, that's the important thing. They are on those twizzles. Left back outside one, a tricky one. unison well. You can see there's not an awful lot of speed across the ice on that. But ticking the boxes as far as the levels are concerned. She got a 3 and he got a 4 on the Twizzles, and they're getting positive GOEs on every single element as I look down. Although the GOEs aren't huge, at least they're in the right direction. So they're getting a green light on everything, which is important for them. So of course, the leading score at the moment is in the 70s, but for this team, their goal would be to try and break 50 if they possibly can here. So I think he's pleased. Yes. So they got 49.23 in the golden spin. That's their personal best score. They love it. Yeah, look at that. 53.59. It is 6th place, but they've broken the 50. So good news. Things going in the right direction for the Australian champions, India and Erin. Job well done. Great stuff. So we're at the halfway point now. We've got 8 teams to go. And that's how it stands. Way out in front, Misato and Tim. Weren't they good? So it's a Japan 1, 2, 3, but we've got some big teams to go. Caroline Green and Michael Parsons, the champions from a couple of years ago, will get us underway in the final group. And Piper Gillis, Paul Poirier, bronze medalist in the World Championships, Laurence Fournier-Boudret, and Nikolai Sorensen will be last to go. They were runners-up last year, 5th in the World Championships. They were last year as well. All that coming up after the ice resurface. We're going to take a short break now, but we'll be back in, what, around 15 minutes or so, just under 15 minutes. See you in a moment.
Pour ma beauté, je fais confiance à mon esthéticienne. Avec ses soins de beauté professionnels, ma peau est plus belle, mon visage paraît plus jeune et éclatant de beauté. Dans les instituts de beauté, Guinaud et Marécor. Happiness blossoms from what's in your hand. The more you share it with the people you love, the more it will grow. Just like the flower that symbolizes happiness. Inspired by Maybells, designed to spread happiness. Citizen L. Pour ma beauté, je fais confiance à mon esthéticienne. Avec ses soins de beauté professionnels, ma peau est plus belle, mon visage paraît plus jeune et éclatant de beauté. Dans les instituts de beauté, Guinaud et Marécor. The world is filled with things we would like to preserve and pass on to the future. Kimoshita Group supports art museums in Japan, as well as cultural and artistic activities around the world. We sponsor renovation work at the world-renowned Wilfo Museum in France and its various exhibitions. We also support the valuable initiatives of museums such as the Grand Palais, the Petit Palais, and the Musée Guimet. And in England, we established a scholarship system for Japanese students to train at the Royal Ballet School. We provide the finest training for would-be ballet dancers. Hoping each and every one of you can fulfill your 木下君。
幸福信号，追溯美的内在要因。全新的代科 AQ 舒活系列，以美之新视角，协同添加黄兰花提取物、乳液先行，打造富有弹性的柔韧肌肤。结合新升级囊体技术，肌肤紧致饱满，焕现锐气鲜艳，为肌肤和心灵倾现光朗循环。
Pour ma beauté, je fais confiance à mon esthéticienne. Avec ses soins de beauté professionnels, ma peau est plus belle, mon visage paraît plus jeune et éclatant de beauté. Dans les instituts de beauté, Guinaud et Maricor.
Dear esteemed audience, once again we would like to express our gratitude to the official ISU sponsors for their generous support.
哪个动作是不允许在冰舞当中出现的吗？抛跳，抛跳。我们来看一下，正确答案是。正确答案就是抛跳，恭喜你！那我们把这一份龙岩行运限定礼送给你，祝福你在新的一年龙腾虎跃，万事顺利，好吗？也把这一份祝福送给我们现场的其他观众朋友们。OK， 那接下来呢，由我和我们这位幸运观众啊，要带领大家玩一个新的游戏，那就是叫做表情包。哎，我们来现在看一下大屏幕，一会儿呢，屏幕上方会出现很多我们平时在发消息当中出现的这个 emoji， 也就是我们的表情包。哎，我们看一下第一个表情包是什么？来，我们来比一个心。一会儿呢，屏幕上方如果出现了您的身影，大家一定要积极踊跃的参与到我们表情包镜头当中。准备好了吗 ？Hello， 大家看一下我们的大屏幕，你们好吗？嗨，对，我们比个心好吗？哎，我看一下，现在是哭哭的表情啊。这叫做哭笑不得的表情，对不对？哎，现在表情转到爱心了，可以比个心哦，两位。非常好，非常好，也可以飞吻哦。哎 ，Hello， 你好，小朋友，你好吗？哎，完成的非常好，我们给大家鼓励。好，表情又转到这里了。Hello， 你们好吗？哦，给个飞吻好不好？耶！完成的非常好啊，再给个飞吻。好，我们的摄像老师会在现场随机啊，看一下，来看向镜头，你们好吗 ？Hello， 哦，这组观众很活跃嘛，来比个心。Hello， 你们好吗？耶，是，对，完成的非常好。来，我们其他的观众啊，也可以向我们的镜头招招手，说不定下一组幸运的观众就是你了。来，让我们一起比个心。Hello， 你们好吗？让我们一起比心。好，这个表情是什么？这个表情来个飞吻好不好，两位？哦，给点 kiss， 对，好甜美哦。嗨，你们好吗？看向大屏幕，给个飞吻好吗 ？Give me a kiss。OK。再来看一下，好，非常感谢大家，让我们继续享受接下来的比赛。
Welcome back. We're at the halfway point here in the rhythm dance. 2 groups to go, and there they are, the teams for the penultimate group. Teams from Australia, USA, Korea, and Canada. It's been good so far, but I can tell you the level is going to increase by some way here.
Representing Australia.
澳大利亚组合
So to get us underway, the team from Australia, Holly Harris and Jason Chan.
Representing the United States of America.
For the USA, Emilia Zingas and Vadim Kolesnik will be second to go.
Representing Republic of Korea.
And then for the Republic of Korea, Hannah Lim and Yi Kan.
Representing Canada.
And last to go, team that finished sixth last year, Marie-Jade Lorient and Romain Legac for Canada. Here we go, 5-minute warm-up for them now. There's confirmation of how they go, and they're chasing that 71.29. Our leaders, Misato Komatsabura and Tim Coletto, they were sensational. Best performance of their career by some way.
He is originally from Canada and a student. She is 21 years old and a full-time.
So here they are, the Australian team.
They are national
He's born in
champions
Montreal, she's born in Sydney. And these two competing at the Four Continents for the fourth time. They were eighth last year.
at the Four Continents over the last 2 years.
Nice and strong here. They've competed in the World Championships a few times as well. Best result for them was 16th last year. Things going in the right direction. Good result in the Golden Spin this season where they finished in 6th place. Shanghai Trophy, they finished in 4th. Been very, very busy this season. Started off in the Challenger Series event, the Autumn Classic in Montreal, where they finished in 7th place. Madonna for them.
These two skaters are both students and they teamed up in
The team that finished in 6th place in the US Nationals this year, Emilia Zingas and Vadim Kolesnik.
She competed in single skating until 2021, representing
Another interpretation to music from Michael Jackson, different tunes, but
and this is their first trip to the
they
ISU
can really get this nice and sharp.
from United States of
First
America,
time competing in an ISU Championships together for them.
您现在看到的这对组合，2022年正式新手
Competed in the World Junior Championships. In fact, it was the World Junior Champion
这是他们第一次参加
with Avalyn Nagaya
各位观众，欢迎美国
back
组合
in
马
2020.
里姆克雷斯利克。
So there is a real quality about these two. It's an exciting partnership. I'd be disappointed to be down in 6th in Nationals this year. They were 4th 12 months ago. Look how sharp those twizzles are.
They are both students and are the
So they'll be
first
followed
Icelanders
by
to
the
win
team that
medals
finished
at an ISU
in
championship.
2nd place in the World Junior Championships last year. Hannah Lim and Ikan for Korea. Team that train in Montreal, as so many of the teams do. You can see their quality there. First time in the Four Continents Championships for them. And a team that last year were competing as juniors. Very much seniors this year. Second in the Warsaw Cup. Did a couple of Grand Prix this season as well. Finished 9th in Skate America. 6th in the Grand Prix of France in Angers. But certainly a team to keep your eye on. Very exciting team indeed. Last to go, the team from Canada, runners-up in Canadian National Championships this year, Marie-Jade Lorient and Romain Legac. Another team training in Montreal. They're looking for a really good performance here. They've got 2 Canadian teams in the final group. They want to put the pressure on.
各位观众，这对组合本次将
This
代
team
表加拿大
finished second in the Budapest Trophy this
在
year.
2020年以前，他们代表法国参加了国锦赛、世锦赛以及冬奥会比赛。他们在过去2个赛季的国际滑联4大洲锦标赛中排名第6。各位观众，欢迎加拿大冰壶组合玛丽杰德·诺里奥特。
Yeah, you wouldn't want to get that wrong, would you?
Skaters, there's 1 minute remaining in the warm-up.
热身环节将在1分钟后进
From
行。
in excess for them. Looks so, so good. Looking ahead to the big names, just a reminder, Piper Gillis, Paul Poirier, Laurence Fournier-Boudry and Nikolai Sorensen from Canada, the Canadian team's there. Caroline Green, Michael Parsons for the USA, Christina Carrera and Anthony Ponomarenko going in that final group. Worth mentioning Madison Chock and Evan Bates, they were scheduled to participate here. 7-time medalists at the Four Continents and 3 times champions, of course, the reigning world champions. They competed at the national championships last weekend and both suffering with the flu. At the end of the performance,
运动员请退场。
Madison could hardly talk, and Evan really struggled to make his way through the program. All credit to them for participating, because they must have felt awful. But they made it through. They defended their title there, but not well enough to travel here. So we wish them all the very best of luck. Speedy recovery to the both of them.
Our next skaters represent Australia.
接下来登场的是澳大利亚组合。
Holly Harris.
So to get us underway, it's a team that have been over 70 points before in the rhythm dance. Can they possibly do it here? They're going to need to if they want to take the lead. Team that finished in 8th place the last 2 years at these championships. Music from Madonna for Holly Harris and Jason Chan for Australia.
She's fantastic. I knew she'd be a star.
The biggest star in the universe right now as we speak.
I want to meet her now.
Some boys kiss me, some boys hug me. I think they're okay. If they don't give me proper credit, I just walk away. 'Cause we are living in a material world, and I am a material girl. You know that we are living in a material world, and I am a material girl.
In a material world.
Yeah, a really sharp start. No mistakes on the midline step. Ah, they made that look easy.
It's like an angel sighing. I have no choice. I hear your voice. Feels like flying. I close my eyes. Oh God, I think I'm falling out of the sky. I close my eyes. Heaven help me. Express yourself. Come on, girls. You believe in love? 'Cause I got something to say about it. And it goes something like this. Don't go for second best, baby. Put your love to the test. You know you got to make him express how it feels. And baby, then you know your love is real. Express yourself. You've got to make it express yourself. Hey, 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 hey. So if you want it right now, make him show you how. Express what he's got, whether you're ready or not. Express yourself. You've got to make him express himself. Hey, hey. Express what he's got, whether you're ready or not. Express yourself.
So fun to watch. Yeah, I think they're pleased with that.
Representing Australia.
澳大利亚组合。
Holly Harris.
Gotta
and
get
Jason
into the
Chan.
70s if they want to take the lead. certainly pushing the leaders all the way. Not sure the GOEs are quite as high as Misato and Tim got. Yeah, really enjoyed the concept of that. Like, they kept in character all the way through. Great speed across the ice. And really good ice coverage. Roman's pleased with how things went out there. Lovely expression right from the off. Superb unison through these twizzles. Good speed across the ice through this as well. Free leg extended, arm movements in there. Keeping the weight over the center of the skate as they do that. Total commitment with all of the movements all the way through. Great transitions. The rotational lift at the end, getting a level 4 for that. Same GOE as our leaders on that element. I've got to say, if I was down there judging that one, I'm not sure the components were quite as good as the Japanese team that lead at the moment. Technically, not much in it.
Harris and Jason Chan have earned 69.
And it is the components that let them down slightly, 29.75. Yeah, Misato and Tim got 31.03 for their components, so it is second place for Holly and Jason, in behind Misato and Tim. But not bad.
Our next skaters represent the United States of America.
So 3 teams from the USA participating here. And this is a team that finished in 6th place in the national championships last weekend. First time in the 4 continents for them. Music from Michael Jackson for Emilia Zingas and Vadim Kolesnik. Just so sharp through the step sequence.
More precious than any pearl. Your love
Oh, yes! Bring it on! Wasn't that great? Igor Spielband leading the applause on the side. He loved it. I loved it. Goodness me, was that good.
Representing United States of America,
美国组合
Emily Zingas and Vadim Kolesnik.
Yeah, Amelia and Vadim right at the top of their game here in Shanghai. Never seen them better. Remember, he was a junior world champion back in 2020. Emily Goyen. But I tell you what, this partnership is magic, isn't it? Wow. Yes, that sums it up. If you get a wow from Igor, you know it's good. It really was great, that. So sharp. From the off. I think it was Shang-Chi and Nan Wu. I think it was them anyway. They were skating to some Michael Jackson early on and criticised them for not being sharp enough and really getting into the theme of the music. This is exactly what I'm talking about. If you choose a bit of music like this, you have to skate to it. You've got to interpret it. You've got to be at the top of your game. And every single element throughout that program exuded class. Well, I really hope the judges go with that. And no hesitation going into the twizzle. Just look at the unison. Yeah, the speed across the ice on every single element, second to none. That was 2 minutes and 50 seconds that flew by. Okay, where will they have them? 71.3 or more will give them the lead. They've got to go into the lead with that performance. The question is, by how much? 75, 76, I'd been hoping for a little bit more. They've 78-23, their best score. Got that in the golden spin, but they do lead.
和克莱斯蒂克约略伍德美75.76分，目前赛列第一位。
That was great.
Our next skaters represent Republic of Korea,
接下来的他们是韩国组合
Lim Hana and Hwan Ye.
But it's a tough act to follow. Somebody's got to do it, and the task falls to these two, the silver medalists in the World Junior Championships last year. This is Hannah Lim and Yi Kan for Korea. Music from Prince.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to get through this thing called life. So when you call up that shrink in Beverly Hills, you know the one, Dr. Everything will be alright. Instead of asking how much real time is left, and if the elevator tries to break you down, go crazy, punch a higher floor. Don't lie, the world you're living in. Picked up the phone, dropped it on the floor. It's all I heard. I'm gonna let the elevator break us down. Oh no, let's go crazy. Let's get nuts. Let's look for the purple then until they put us in trouble. Let's go.
Yeah, love the way they changed the tempo through that midline step sequence, picking out the little nuances in the music. Goodness me. Electrifying stuff. I'm out of breath just watching. Hannah Lim Yi San from Korea.
Representing the Republic of Korea,
韩国组合
Lim Hana and Kwan Ye.
Yeah, really super stuff. This team got themselves into the record books. They're the first ice dance team to win medals at ISU championships. Of course, that silver medal that they got in the World Junior Championships last year. Really a team to keep your eye on. She's only 19, he's 22. So a young team. They're in good hands, training in Montreal, alongside the best in the world, and absolutely thrilled with how that went. Yeah, a real class act, these two. Good through the transitions, great use of the body all the way through. Their season's best score, 73-76, they got in the Warsaw Cup. Finished in second place there. Didn't need to beat that to go into the lead. I've got to be honest, it was good, but it wasn't as good as the Americans. Was it as good as the Japanese team, Misato, Komatsubara and Tim Coletto lying in second place at the moment? Remember that, the Ghostbusters number? Yeah, these two competing in the senior competition for the first time this year. Had a great career as juniors. So can they get into the 70s here? Not quite, 68-91. It's going to be fourth place for them. But the level has gone up quite a bit. There's confirmation of that. It's still the Americans leading, and rightly so.
Our next skaters represent Canada.
So 3 Canadian teams still to go in this rhythm dance, and our first team, the team that finished in second place in Canadian Nationals this year. Twice been 6th at these championships. A bid for a podium here in Shanghai. Marie-Jade Laurent and Roman Legac. Or in excess from them.
All we've got is this moment. Everybody does it, now that's okay. So slide, baby, and give me a moment. Your moves are so raw. I've got to let you know. I've got to let you know.
Wasn't that great? Michael Hutchins at his best. And Mary Jade here and Roman not putting a foot wrong.
加拿大组合
Marie-Jeanne Doriot and Romain Dugas.
So they put the pressure on the teams that are still to come. Remember, we've got one more group, 4 teams still to go. And these two could not have done more. The start of their campaign to try and get themselves on the podium if they possibly can here. Their third appearance at these 4 Continents Championships. Captivating right from the beginning, wasn't it? Look at that, the personality. Fantastic stuff. Started off with that midline step. Let's look at the twizzles, level 4 from both of them on that, and the grade of execution, very good indeed. Almost 10 points awarded on that one element alone. They're really captivating. Lost a little bit on the lift. Looking down, they've lost a couple of points for an illegal element, so scratch them ahead a little bit on that one, and so will they when they look at this. They're looking at the deductions, and yeah, 71.26. That is third place.
罗和罗兰特约6得分为70.26
Have to look back at that.
分列第3位。
Still the Americans lead. So that's the situation. We've got 4 teams to go. Teams from the USA and Canada in the final group. The top seeded teams going into this 4 Continents Championships, but it's been great so far. Emilia Zingas and Vadim Kolesnik for the USA out in front. Misato Komatsubura and Tim Coletto in second. That's the situation further down. And here we go with the final group.
欢迎第4组运动员入场。
2 American teams leading the way.
Representing the United States of America.
美国组合
To get us underway in the final group, Caroline Green and Michael Parsons, the champions from 2 years ago.
Representing the United States of America.
They were 4th last year.
Christina Carrera.
Christina Carrera and Anthony Ponomarenko. In fact, bronze medalists a couple of years ago.
Representing Canada.
加拿大组合
Piper Gillis and
Piper Gillis and Paul Poirier, what have they got for us? Bronze medalists in the World Championships last year.
加拿大组合
Laurence Fournier.
Last to go, Laurence Fournier-Boudre and Nikolai Sorensen. Runners-up last year, a team that finished in 5th place in the World Championships. Must be bright out there. And there's confirmation of how they go. So straight away, the speed across the ice from these teams, quite formidable. So let's take a look at the Americans first. Caroline Green, Michael Parsons finished in 4th place in the US Nationals last weekend. They were runners-up the year before. These two won the 4 Continents Championships 2 years ago, finished in 5th place last year, had a really good showing at the World Championships in their debut there last year, where they finished in 6th place. Been a pretty good season for them this year as well. 4th in Skate America, 3rd in the Cup of China.
首次参加斯 他们第3次参加4大洲锦标赛。各位观众再次欢迎美国冰壶组
Music
合
from the
帕伯利·格
Scorpions
里
for
和
their
迈
rhythm
克尔·马森
dance.
斯。
So they'll be followed by their teammates,
Currently ranked 10th in the
Christina
world
Carrera
silver
and
medalist
Anthony
at home.
Ponomarenko.
These two students are
These two
former
finished
bronze
in
medalists at the
10th place in the
ISU
World
Women's
Championships last year. That was
with
their
a third
debut at
place
Worlds.
finish a year ago.
4th they were in the
These
four
sons of
continents last year,
1992
bronze
Olympic
medalists the
ice
year
dance
before.
champions, Marina Pingova
And they've got
and
a
Sergei
sensational
Ponomarenko
rhythm
competed
dance,
for the
music from
Soviet
Stevie
Union.
Nicks.
Representing
Can't
the
beat
United
that.
States of America, let's welcome
Been a good
Christina
season for them
Carrera
as
and
well.
Anthony
Didn't get on the
Ponomarenko.
podium in the Grand Prix this
您看到
season,
的
but
这
got
个
very
是目
close.
前世界排
4th
名第
in
15，曾是
both
2020
the
年
Grand
4 大
Prix of
洲锦标赛的
France
铜牌得主，
and
第一
in
时间获得
Espoo.
了4大洲的第4名。各位观众，欢迎美国冰壶组合克里斯蒂娜·卡雷
They
拉和
were
安东尼
very,
·
very
波诺马
impressive in the national championships last weekend, that's for sure. So that's a look at Team USA. Canadians in action in this group as well. Piper Gillis, Paul Poirier, bronze medalists in the World Championships last year, as they were back in 2021. The Canadian national champions. They were runners-up in the four continents back in 2020, bronze medalists in 2019, and they've had a super season this year. Victorious in Skate Canada, as they were in the Cup of China. That got them through into the Grand Prix finals in Beijing, where they won the bronze
您看到
medal.
的这对组合是2届世锦赛铜牌得主，本赛季他们第3次获得了加拿大站大奖赛的冠军，并在中国杯上也斩获1枚金牌。此外，他们是2届奥运会选手，赢得了3块4大洲的奖牌。各位观众，欢迎加拿大冰壶组合派博吉勒斯和保罗
Dressed to
·威
kill.
尔。
Bit of Robert Palmer from them, among some other stuff. And then last to go, Lawrence Fournier-Boudry and Nikolai Sorensen for Canada. Nikolai from Copenhagen in Denmark, but here very much representing Canada. They train in Montreal. This team runners-up in the Four Continents Championships last year, 5th in the World Championships they were as well. And another team that have done really, really well this season. Runners-up in both Angers and in Espoo. 5th they were in the Grand Prix finals this year. As you watch these teams, just worth mentioning again, Madison Jock and Evan Bates, who were scheduled to participate here, had to withdraw, both suffering from the flu symptoms at the national championships last weekend. They did compete, they did defend their title successfully, but it was a rough old skate, and they won't mind me saying that. Evan really had to fight his way through it. And in the kiss and cry afterwards, Madison could hardly talk. She almost lost her voice. So they're back home recovering, getting themselves ready for the World Championships in Montreal next month, and we wish them all the very best. So here we go, the closing stages of the warm-up of the final group here in the rhythm dance. Green and Parsons first to go. Carrera Ponomarenko will be second. Piper Gillis and Paul Poirier third, and last to go, Lawrence Fournier-Boudry and Nikolai Sorensen for Canada. They're the champs from a couple of years ago. Looking cool.
Our next skaters represent the United States of America.
Well, super choice of music for these two. Music from the Scorpions for Caroline Green and Michael Parsons. Can they get on the podium again here at the Four Continents Championships.
It's time to win back your love again. I will now. I will fight, baby, fight to win back your love again. I will now. I will all the way from the start. I would try to change things that can our love. Yes, I've heard your pride. You know what you've been through. You should give me a chance.
This is a dream start for these two. 3 elements down, and they've been flawless so far. What a recovery that was from Michael. Just a bit off.
It's early morning, the sun comes out. So what is wrong with another sin? For this is your new places to go. I've got to leave it. Time on the Here I am, rock you like a hurricane. Here I am, rock you like a
Well, that's interesting. They started off so well at the halfway point. I thought they were off to the races. Second half, just a couple of errors creeping in. Just looked not quite over the skate as they were when they started.
Representing United States of America,
美国组合
Caroline Green and Michael Parsons.
So that their bid to get back on the podium, will that be enough? They're going to be in the mix, that's for sure, and that's where they want to be going into the free dance, Caroline and Michael. Yeah, he was just a bit off on the twizzles. He got a 3, she got a 4, and the GOE slightly down. So if you compare the score on the twizzles to the leaders, 9.74 was the total score for Amelia and Vadim, and Caroline and Michael here got 8 points, so they lost almost 2 points there on the leaders. Nice step. They were up on the step, and looking at it at the halfway point, I felt like with the GOEs they were getting, they were in a good position, but it's going to be mighty close now. Love the concept of the program, super choice of music, really suiting their style of skating. Pretty powerful team. So they would want to be leading at this point. And there you can see just a little bobble there on that first set of twizzles, but it was a good recovery. And then on this one as well, if we stay with him, you see him oscillating a little bit there. He's got so much core strength, able to pull through it. So have they done enough to go into the lead? Not quite. 75-37, it is second place, but there's nothing in it. You can see how close that is between the two American teams.
Our next skaters represent United States of America.
So it's an American 1-2 at the moment with 3 teams to go. This team runners-up in the national championships last weekend. Been on the podium at 4 continents before. They were bronze medalists a couple of years ago. Do it again here, or even go a couple of places higher. Christina Carrera, Anthony Ponomarenko.
Would you change your mind at the very last moment? Would you say stop for a second? I bet you couldn't think for a minute. In the morning light, he says, when will I see you? She says, I don't think tomorrow, baby. Sometimes I wonder if things will change if we stay together. Would you change your mind at the very last minute? I think you should stop for a second. Think for a moment. This could be a whole lot of trouble. Whole lot of trouble for you.
So sharp through the twizzles. A little bit out of unison on the first set.
Sings a song, sounds like she's singing. Ooh, baby, ooh, said ooh. And the days go by like a strand in the wind that is blown. I begin again. Said to my friend, baby, nothing else matters. When the moment that I first lay eyes on you, all alone on the edge of 17. Singing, come away, come away, come away. Just like the white wind does. Just sing songs and like she's singing. Ooh, baby, ooh, yeah, ooh. Just like the white wind does. Sing songs and like she's singing. Ooh, baby, ooh, yeah, ooh.
Just brilliant. Yeah, I think we've got new leaders here. Scott Moyer leading the applause there, who coaches these two in Montreal
United States of America.
and in London.
美国组合
Christina Carrera and Anthony Ponomarenko.
Well, that's as good as I've seen them, I've got to be honest. 78.40 in the Asian Open. Didn't see that, but I've got to say that was as sharp as I've seen them. It's amazing, isn't it? You go back to 2018, they were runners-up in the World Junior Championships, and it took them till 2023 to make it into the senior world team. Yeah, wonderful chemistry between them. So much energy. And technically, just brilliant. Every shot you look at, picture perfect. A real super slow-mo of the twizzles. Just look how in unison they are. Level threes from both of them on the twizzles. When you look at the scores, technically there's not an awful lot between them. But when it comes to the components, the choreography, the skating skills, I think these two will take it. So 75.77 or more would give them the lead. I fancy they're going to go in front. Yeah, 77.47. It's a new season's best for them by some way. So that's good stuff. Really close to their personal best score. So an America 1, 2, 3 with 2 Canadian teams to go.
Our next skaters represent Canada.
接下来登场的是加拿大组合
Piper Gillis and Paul Poirier.
So the Canadian national champions, world bronze medalists, runners-up from 4 continents, what, 4 years ago. A bid for gold here starts here. Piper Gillis and Paul Poirier. That was magnificent. The late, great Robert Palmer brings it home for Piper Gillis and Paul Poirier. Wasn't that fabulous? Really pushing the boundaries there.
Representing Canada,
加拿大组合
Piper Gillis and Paul Poirier.
Yeah, loved it. So many subtle moves in there. Incredibly difficult. Love that little skid. He did like a 2-foot skid going into the midline step sequence. And it was just a very subtle move, but glorious it was. Really brilliant. Yuri Razgulayev, who coaches them with John and Carol Lane. What a great job they've done. Training in Scarborough. Paul just has an amazing posture. So difficult to skate with your hips underneath you so much. Look at that for timing. So difficult. No preparation into the twizzles. The free leg crossed in front on that first set makes it so hard. There, the arm aloft on the second set. Well, the GOE is just looking down through the roof for this performance. Just brilliant. So, can that possibly be beaten? Could be a huge score for these two. Yeah, 85.49, close to their season's best. They got an 87.55 in Skate Canada, but I think they'll take that. So they go shooting into the lead. We got one team to go.
Our final skaters represent Canada,
最后登场的是加拿大组合
Laurence Fournier-Baudry and
So they've got to be at the top of their game. Canadian national champions from last year. Here, music from Top Gun for Laurence Fournier-Baudry and Nikolai Sorensen for Canada.
It takes a lot more than just fancy flying.
I am dangerous. Talk to me, Goose.
Oh, what an amazing balance point on that.
Maverick and Goose. Great, great, great.
So difficult through the twizzles. They couldn't have given it any more. Loved the concept of the program. Laurence Fournier-Boudret, Nikolai Sorensen for Canada. Our final team in this rhythm dance here.
Laurence Fournier-Boudret and Nikolai Sorensen.
Well, if they're going to take the lead here, they've got to get a season's best and very, very close to a personal best. Got to say, technically, was it as good as their teammates? Not dead sure. And I think as far as the components are concerned, I'd give Piper and Paul the nod. Roman looks pleased, says it's a good job. Yeah, really good concept. One of the highlights in the program for me, that lift. So with the GOE and the technical difficulty, they get more than Piper and Paul on that element. And I've got to say, looking down, technically there isn't an awful lot in it, perhaps a couple of points. So difficult on the twizzle there with the free leg in front. Right forward outside one with the arm aloft. See his arm not quite as strong as hers. He gets a 3 on the twizzle. She gets a 4. Magnificent to watch these slow-mos, isn't it? Okay, so the target for them, 85.5 to go into the lead.
Laurence Fournier-Boudret and Nikolai Sorensen.
No, it's going to be second place, 82.02. So the two Canadian teams really in a class of their own here in this final group. That's how they finish on the rhythm dance. It's Canada 1-2 and the American teams locked together there in third, fourth and fifth. So there's confirmation of how it finished. Didn't disappoint, did it? Hope you enjoyed that. Final group was sensational. And certainly some good performances in the second half of the competition. So Piper Gillis, Paul Poirier lead going into the free dance. Laurence Fournier-Boudret and Nikolai Sorensen in second. Christina Carrera and Anthony Ponomarenko for the USA in third place. That's the situation further down. Teams that can be very proud and pleased with what they've achieved here. 16 teams all making it through into the free dance. Just looking ahead, the free dance, the last event of these championships, will take place on Sunday at noon local time. That wraps things up here for the moment. A chance to look back at highlights of the top 3. Definitely worth watching, that's for sure. Zamboni out there doing its stuff. Just looking ahead, we've got more action from Shanghai in just under an hour's time. The first medals will be decided. The women's competition taking place, the women's free. Mind you, it's Onochiba for Japan leading there. Jaeyoung Kim for Korea in second place, and Ava Marie Ziegler for the USA in third place. So that wraps it up for the moment from Shanghai. We'll be back in around 50 minutes for the start of the women's free. Hope you can join me for that. But for now, from myself, Chris Howarth, we'll say goodbye after we take a look at the highlights. Third place on the rhythm dance. Christina Carrera, Anthony Ponomarenko, weren't they good? Leading American team. Fantastic interpretation to Robert Palmer. Canadians in second place, Laurence Fournier, Boudre, Nikolai Sorensen gave it the best shot. Some really impressive highlights throughout the program. Great interpretation to the music from Top Gun. Really on the money all the way through. But at the top of their game, Piper Gillis, Paul Poirier. They go into the free dance, into the lead. Remember the free dance on Sunday at noon local time. We've got the women's free starting in about 50 minutes or so. So plenty more figure skating to come from Shanghai today. So that wraps it up for the moment. See you later. Hope you can join me for the women's free.